Not everyone who cleans a lot has a tidy home, and not every tidy person actually enjoys cleaning. Have you ever noticed? There are women who are just as busy as you and me, but somehow their homes are always neat. So what are they doing differently? I used to think maybe they had more patience, or maybe they were lucky with husbands and kids who actually helped out. But no, I paid closer attention, and it turns out they just have a few small habits they repeat every day. It's not about one big cleaning session, it's about what they consistently do. In this video, I'm going to share 9 specific habits I've seen in women who manage to keep their homes tidy, even when they're juggling kids' busy schedules or multi-generational households. I didn't apply all the habits at once. I tried one at a time. Some made my evenings way easier, like cutting cleaning time in half. Others were so simple, I wondered why I hadn't done them sooner. The best part: my home got noticeably tidier, and I didn't feel exhausted. So if you're tired of cleaning the same mess over and over, these 9 habits might really help. You don't need to do them all right away. Just start where it feels doable. Let's go through them one by one, starting with the first habit. Let's start with something most people don't think of as a habit, but it quietly affects everything else in your home. It's this paying attention to what you bring into the house. Before I changed how I cleaned or organized, I had to face a simple truth: I was bringing in way more than I realized. A new water bottle here, a pair of shoes I wasn't even excited about, another cute notebook I didn't need. It added up. Not all at once, but little by little, until I'd look around and think, why does everything feel like too much? The women I know who always have tidy homes, they don't just clean well, they filter well. They're picky about what makes it through the front door. It's not that they never shop or never accept gifts, but they pause. They ask, where will this go? Or, am I bringing this home just because I'm tired, stressed, or bored? That moment of pause, it's everything. What helped me was super simple. I kept a basket by the entryway. For a whole week, anything that came into the house, receipts, samples, hand-me-downs, whatever, went into that basket first. It was like a holding zone. At the end of the week, I sorted through it. Honestly, about half of it didn't even need to stay. That one habit, stopping the flow in, gave me way less to deal with later. Fewer things to clean, less to store, less to feel guilty about. I wasn't drowning in stuff I didn't even want. So before you organize, before you declutter, start here. Pay attention to what you're letting in, because it's easier to keep a clean home when less mess walks in with you. And if you've ever stood in the middle of a messy room thinking, where do I even begin? The next video will help with that. I'll be sharing a calm, step-by-step way to declutter your home one space at a time with zero pressure to do it all at once. But for now, let's move on to the second habit. Let's move on to habit number 2, regularly sorting and removing what you don't use. A lot of people think clutter comes from being messy, but most of the time it comes from keeping too many things we no longer use. And those things slowly take up space until the home feels full and heavy. Women who manage to keep their homes clean over time all seem to have this one habit in common: they don't let unused stuff sit around forever. They make it a habit to notice what no longer fits their life, and they let it go. It's not about doing a huge clean-out once or twice a year. It's about paying attention to what's already in the house and clearing a little at a time. This habit can be built into everyday moments, like when you're putting laundry away and notice a shirt that's been sitting untouched for months. Instead of putting it back, you drop it into a donation bag. Or when you open a kitchen drawer and find 3 spatulas but always use the same one, you keep your favorite and pass the extras along. Or when you glance at a shelf and realize you haven't touched half the books in years, that's a moment to sort. These tiny decisions done regularly stop clutter from taking over. One simple way to stay consistent is to always keep a giveaway bag somewhere visible in a closet, hallway, or laundry room. It doesn't have to be fancy. Every time you come across something you don't need, just toss it in. And once the bag is full, take it to a donation center, a neighbor, or even just out of the house. No pressure, no big event, just part of how you move through your space. You can also make this habit more structured if that helps. For example, aim to remove 5 items every weekend, or pick one drawer to sort every Friday. If you prefer routines, turn it into a 10-minute Sunday reset. The goal isn't to throw away everything just to keep checking in, because our lives change and our stuff should keep up. Holding on to unused things makes everyday cleaning harder. It's more to dust more, to organize more, to trip over. But when you get used to letting go of what's no longer useful, your home stays lighter. It becomes easier to find what you need, easier to clean, and easier to enjoy the space you live in. And most importantly, you stop feeling like you're always catching up. This is what turns a one-time decluttering effort into a sustainable habit. Not dramatic, not stressful, just something you quietly practice one small decision at a time. Let's keep going with habit number 3, giving everything a proper place. When your home feels messy even after you've cleaned, it's usually not about how much you have, it's about not knowing where anything belongs. That's why one of the most helpful habits you can build is making sure everything in your home has one clear, logical spot. Not just any spot, but a spot that actually makes sense. Women who keep their homes tidy don't spend hours rearranging things every week. What they do instead is set up systems that are easy to maintain. They don't rely on memory or mood to decide where something goes. They decide once and then stick to it. For example, your keys always go in the same dish near the door. Your kids' school papers have a folder, not just a pile on the counter. Your hairbrush goes in the drawer, not wherever it landed last. This might sound small, but it saves time, reduces stress, and keeps mess from building up. If things don't have a home, they get left out. And once one thing is out, others follow. But if you know exactly where something goes, it takes 2 seconds to put it back. To make this work, you don't have to buy fancy bins or label every shelf. You just have to ask yourself a few simple questions. First, do I use this often? If yes, it should be easy to reach. If not, it can go in a drawer cabinet or storage box. Second, where do I use this item most? That's where it should live. Don't store the vacuum upstairs if you mostly clean downstairs. Don't keep everyday shoes in your bedroom closet if you always kick them off by the front door. Match your storage to your actual habits, not what looks right or what someone else does. Once you set up a place for something, try to stick with it for at least a week. See how it feels. If it's not working, adjust it, but don't keep moving things around randomly. Consistency is what turns a system into a habit. You can start small. Choose one high-traffic area like your entryway, your kitchen counter, or your bathroom sink. Look at what usually gets left out there. Then decide where each of those items should live and make that spot easy to use. A small tray, a basket, a drawer, divider, whatever works for your space. The more things in your home that have a clear, logical home, the easier everything else becomes. You'll spend less time searching, less time tidying, and more time actually enjoying your space. It's not about perfection. It's about making your space work for your real life, not the other way around. Let's move on to habit number 4, using a catch-all basket for random stuff. No matter how organized you try to be, there will always be random things floating around the house. Items you don't have time to put away right away. Stuff you're not sure where to put yet, or things that simply land in the wrong place. This is completely normal in any home. What makes the difference is how you handle it. One habit that helps a lot, and is easy to start, is keeping 1 or 2 simple baskets in key areas of your home to gather all those out-of-place items. These aren't decorative baskets meant to look pretty. They're practical, everyday drop zones that prevent clutter from spreading. Instead of letting little things pile up on the kitchen counter, the stairs, or the coffee table, they go into the basket. A toy, a phone charger, a pair of socks, a receipt. All the little things that usually end up scattered now have a temporary home. This helps you keep surfaces clear, especially in areas you see or use all the time. Where should you place these baskets? Think about the spots in your home where clutter naturally collects. For most people, it's the entryway, the living room, the stairs, or maybe the hallway outside the bedrooms. Start with just one basket in one of these areas. You'll be surprised how helpful it is. Now, here's the key. The basket is not a storage solution. It's not meant to hold things forever. It's a short-term holding space, like a pause button. The habit works best when you pair it with a regular reset. For example, every night before bed or once every 2 days, take 5 minutes to empty the basket. Put everything back where it belongs. If something doesn't have a place yet, that's your sign it needs one. If you live with others, get them involved. The basket makes it easier for everyone to help tidy up without asking, "Where does this go?" Even kids can learn to toss things into the basket. It simplifies cleanup and avoids those scattered piles that build up over the week. You don't need a special kind of basket. Use whatever you already have: a bin, a tote, a tray. The point isn't the container. It's having a consistent spot for the in-between stuff, things you don't want to leave out, but also can't put away immediately. This habit helps your home look and feel tidier without constant effort. It gives you more visual calm, especially on busy days. Most importantly, it turns everyday mess into something manageable without making you feel like you're always behind. Let's keep going with habit number 5, spending 15 minutes each evening to reset your space and prepare for tomorrow. This is one of those small habits that has a big impact, not just on how your home looks, but on how you feel the next morning. The idea is simple. Take 15 minutes at the end of the day to lightly tidy up your space and set yourself up for a smoother start tomorrow. It's not about deep cleaning. It's about small resets that give your home a sense of calm before the day ends. Here's what it might look like in real life. Put dirty dishes in the sink or dishwasher, wipe the kitchen counter, fold the throw blanket on the couch. Return a few items to their proper places. You're not trying to make the whole house perfect, just a little better than how it would look if you left everything until morning. Then do 1 or 2 quick things to get ready for tomorrow. That might be laying out clothes, packing a lunch, or making sure your keys bag and anything you need are ready to go. If you have kids, this could also include prepping backpacks or setting out school clothes. The goal isn't to do everything just enough to make tomorrow feel a little easier. The reason this works so well is because mornings are already busy. If you wake up to dishes in the sink, clutter on the counter, and no idea what you're wearing, your day starts rushed and scattered. But when you take just a little time the night before to clear space and make small decisions, your morning feels lighter and more under control. You don't have to do it alone. If you live with others, turn it into a shared routine. Everyone takes 5 minutes to reset their own space: toys, shoes, clothes, whatever tends to be left out. It teaches kids responsibility and gives you support without needing to ask for help every time. To build this habit, try setting a timer. Keep it to 15 minutes or even 10 on tired days. Play music, turn on a podcast, or light a candle. Anything that helps make it feel more like winding down and less like another task on your list. This habit is less about cleaning and more about creating closure for the day. It helps your home reset itself even just a little so you don't feel like you're starting behind every single morning. Over time, it becomes a rhythm. Close the day, clear the space, and start tomorrow without extra noise. Let's move on to habit number 6, clean as you go. This habit is simple, but once you get used to it, it can completely change how your home feels and how often you need to do big cleanups. The idea is to tidy up while you're doing something else, not after everything's already a mess. It means taking small actions in the middle of daily tasks instead of saving all the cleaning for later. Here's how it works in everyday life. You're cooking dinner, and while something's simmering on the stove, you rinse the cutting board or wipe down the counter. You're doing your skincare at night, and before you leave the bathroom, you quickly wipe the sink or hang the towel back up. You change clothes, and instead of tossing everything on the bed, you fold it or drop it straight into the hamper. Small actions done right away make a huge difference over time. What happens when we don't clean as we go? The mess builds up fast, and by the time we finally notice it, it feels overwhelming. That's when we start spending an hour or more trying to catch up. But when you clean during the process instead of after, the mess never gets out of hand in the first place. The best part, you're using time that would have passed anyway. Waiting for the microwave, letting the shower heat up, talking on the phone. These are perfect moments to do one quick thing. Put away a few items, wipe down a surface, or toss something in the trash. This habit doesn't have to be perfect. Some days you'll forget. Some days you'll be too tired. That's okay. But the more often you do it, the less effort you'll need later. Your home stays in a basic level of order almost automatically, and you don't find yourself blocked by piles of stuff before you can even start your next task. One way to make this habit easier is to keep basic supplies close by. A small sponge near the sink, a cloth in the bathroom, a laundry basket in each room. When things are easy to grab, you're more likely to take that 20-second action right away. Clean as you go isn't about being extra productive or chasing perfection. It's about building small moments of maintenance into things you already do. So cleaning doesn't feel like a separate, exhausting chore. It becomes part of your flow. And when this becomes a habit, you'll notice something: your space doesn't fall apart so quickly anymore. You stay ahead of the mess without even trying that hard. Let's keep going with habit number 7, making use of waiting time, those small 5-minute pockets during the day. Most of us wait more than we realize. We wait for coffee to brew, for the shower to warm up, for a file to download, or for someone to call us back. And usually we fill that time by scrolling our phones, pacing, or just zoning out. But women who seem to always have tidy homes often do something different. They've built a habit of using these small windows of time to take care of tiny tasks that make a big difference later. We're not talking about deep cleaning here, just little actions that don't take much brain power or effort. Things like putting shoes back where they belong, tossing junk mail, wiping down the bathroom mirror, straightening a throw blanket, folding a few pieces of laundry, or tidying up a surface. You don't need a list or a plan. You just do one small thing with the time you have. 5 minutes might not seem like much, but it adds up fast when you do it regularly. Here's an easy way to start. Pick 1 or 2 common waiting moments in your day. Maybe while your tea steeps in the morning or while dinner is in the oven. Choose just one area in your home, like the kitchen counter or the entryway. Every time you catch yourself waiting, give those few minutes to that space. Don't try to fix the whole room, just one small, visible change. Another tip is to keep a mental list of quick wins. These are things you can do in under 5 minutes and still feel accomplished. Wipe down the fridge door. Gather all the pens and put them in one cup. Recycle 2 empty jars. Water your plants. Fluff the couch cushions. These micro tasks keep your home looking cared for even when you're busy. The point isn't to use every spare second productively. It's about gently building in small moments of maintenance so mess doesn't build up. And because you're not doing it all at once, it doesn't feel like work. It just becomes part of how you move through your day, noticing something, fixing it quickly, and moving on. This habit also gives you something important: momentum. When you've already done a few tiny things during the day, you feel less overwhelmed later. You're not starting from scratch. And that feeling of being just a little bit ahead can really change how you experience your home. So next time you're waiting for something, try this. Look around. Pick one thing and do it, just for 5 minutes. That's all it takes to stay one step ahead of the clutter. Let's move on to habit number 8, wiping down surfaces and dusting regularly. This habit might seem basic or even a little boring, but it's one of the things that sets consistently tidy homes apart from ones that always feel a bit off. The truth is, even if your house is organized, clutter-free, and everything is in the right place, visible dust and dirty surfaces can still make the whole space feel neglected. Clean surfaces give your home that fresh, cared-for feeling, and it doesn't take much time at all to maintain. The key is to build this into your weekly rhythm so it doesn't feel like a big chore. You're not trying to scrub every inch of your house. Instead, you're focusing on the areas that gather dust or smudges: the fastest cabinet doors, open shelves, windowsills, tabletops, and TV stands. Basically, any surface you can see and touch regularly. You don't need special tools or products. A soft cloth, a duster, or even a microfiber glove will do the job. Keep one in the kitchen or bathroom drawer so it's easy to grab. Once or twice a week, take 5 or 10 minutes to wipe the surfaces in just one room. Do it while you're talking on the phone, listening to music, or waiting for laundry to finish. You'll be surprised how quickly you can get through it. If you want to keep it extra simple, try assigning one room to each day. For example, Monday is the kitchen. Tuesday is the living room, and so on. That way, you're never trying to clean everything at once. Just a little at a time, and everything stays under control. This habit also gives you the chance to check in with your space. While you're wiping, you notice fingerprints, crumbs, maybe even a sticky spot that's been there longer than you'd like to admit. It's a chance to reset those areas before they become big jobs later. It also helps you notice if something needs to be replaced, repaired, or simply doesn't belong there anymore. Another benefit. Dusting naturally encourages decluttering. It's harder to ignore the knickknacks and objects you no longer love when you have to pick them up to clean around them every week. Over time, you might find yourself keeping only what's worth the effort, and that leads to even less visual clutter. A few minutes spent wiping surfaces doesn't just make your home look cleaner, it makes it feel better to be in. And when that feeling becomes part of your weekly routine, it's one more way you stay ahead of the mess without the stress. And finally, habit number 9, deep cleaning small areas on a regular basis. This habit isn't about doing a massive all-day scrub down. It's about checking in with your space and giving certain areas the kind of attention they don't usually get in day-to-day cleaning. The women who manage to keep their homes clean long-term don't just do surface-level tidying. They also make time a little at a time for deeper cleaning that keeps things from slowly slipping out of control. Deep cleaning doesn't mean scrubbing your whole house at once. It means choosing one specific area and giving it a little extra care. That could be the fridge shelves, the inside of a cabinet, the baseboards behind the couch, or the crumbs hiding in the kitchen drawers. These areas don't need daily attention, but when you rotate through them consistently, your home stays fresher and easier to maintain. The best way to build this habit is to treat it like maintenance, not punishment. Set a loose routine like one deep clean spot per week. It could be as quick as 5 or 10 minutes. Choose the area that's been bugging you or one you haven't checked in a while. Wipe it out, toss what you don't need, maybe reorganize a little. For example, on Sunday, you might decide to clean under the kitchen sink. Next week, it could be wiping out the bathroom drawers. The week after, vacuuming under the couch cushions. No stress, no long lists, just one focused task that keeps your space from slowly getting out of hand. You can also use deep cleaning time to reset areas that are no longer working. If a drawer keeps getting messy, no matter how many times you organize it, maybe the layout needs to change. If a shelf always gets overloaded, maybe there's too much stuff on it. Deep cleaning gives you the chance to notice these things and adjust before they turn into real frustration. One trick that helps is to keep a deep clean reminder list in your phone or planner. Whenever you notice something that needs extra care, jot it down. That way, when you have a few extra minutes, you don't have to think about where to start. The biggest benefit of deep cleaning isn't just a cleaner space. It's that sense of being in control of knowing your home is cared for even behind closed doors. When you keep up with the little things regularly, nothing ever feels too far gone. You're no longer waiting until it's bad enough to deal with, you're staying ahead quietly and confidently. This habit might not be flashy, but it creates a solid foundation. It supports all the other habits you've built and helps your home feel not just tidy on the surface, but truly cared for underneath. So to wrap up today's video, we've gone through 9 small but powerful habits that women with consistently tidy homes tend to live by. These aren't about being perfect or constantly cleaning, they're about noticing, adjusting, and staying just one step ahead of the mess. From being mindful of what comes in to setting up smart storage to using 5 quiet minutes here and there, each habit gives you a little more calm and a little less chaos in your day. And if any part of your home still feels heavy or overwhelming, don't worry. In the next video, I'm going to walk you through a clear, step-by-step approach to decluttering, a guide that helps you move at your own pace, one space at a time, toward a home that feels lighter and more peaceful to live in. If you found today's habits helpful, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.